Apple to bring slow-motion video recording to the next iPhone. As many as 8 possible variants of the Galaxy Note 3 get rumored. And Google fixes the Android security bugs, but are you getting them? I'm Jaime Rivera, and in a perfect world we'd be discussing the news over a cold beer today. This is Pocketnow Daily. Let's start today off with the product announcements, as I know many of you are waiting for the HTC AXT, and I don't blame you if you get stuck with that name as much as I do. But still, the carrier is finally announcing that the phone will be available on July 19th, and you're paying $150, but then you get a $50 mail-in rebate once you send it in, and it pretty much ends up costing only $100. Not the best specifications in the world, but then again, you don't really need a Ferrari engine for Windows phones, so stay tuned for that. Google is up next, as many of us were concerned about this new security exploit that was happening in the Google Play Store that would allow hackers to take control of almost every Android phone out there. Interesting, since Google never really specified what the exploit was, but the company has now sent out a patch to their partners to allow them to deal with these issues on every phone. The question is if you're really getting that software update, as we know the way Android rolls. Now let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, as yesterday we uncovered that there were as many as 3 variants out there being built for the phone. But as it turns out, it's actually closer to 8. 8 different carrier variants are going to be available for this phone, and the question is, why? Why do we need 8 carrier variants? What different technologies are going to be available in each of these different phones that won't be available to each of these different phones? It's probably something that worries us, but anyway, stay tuned. There's a lot of hardware space in the Galaxy Note 3 because of its size, so I'm sure that they can figure something out for that phone not to be, specific to one carrier and then not offer hardware specifics to another. Let's see how it goes. Up next, let's talk about the iPhone. We've received a lot of tips, a lot of photos of possible designs of the new iPhone 5S along with the new cheap entry-level iPhone. We've been very skeptical about these because a lot of them just seem fake. A lot of them just seem like cases that you can snap on the current generation iPhone 5. And in other cases, we've seen, for example, this Chinese phone that was running Android that was using the design of the possible cheap generation iPhone. Well, as it turns out, we've run into some more images. Apparently, we do get 5 color variants of this phone, which look kind of nice, but still, I take that with a grain of salt. We still don't know if these are the real photos of what the phone is going to look like, especially because we don't see a model number below that iPhone name, so stay tuned for those rumors. And finally, for the interesting news of the day, one of the cool features that was discovered in iOS 7 Beta 3 is something that allows you to switch into mogul mode, and that pretty much allows you to film video at 120 frames per second. And what that does is allow you to film high-quality slow-motion video. But interesting enough, that feature was not included in the beta for the iPhone 5. That's pretty much a unique feature that's coming to the iPhone 5S, or at least so we assume. But anyways, that leads me to the question of the day. Would high-quality slow-motion video be a cool feature that would make you buy an iPhone 5S? I mean, I know that the HTC One and the Galaxy S4, these companies are already looking for ways to tweak software to allow you to do this, so I really don't know how hot and deal-breaking that feature would be. In my particular case, I would love to have it, but it really wouldn't make a difference for me to buy a phone or not, so leave us a comment down below. What would you want? And of course, for an earlier scoop of everything that's happening in the smartphone and tablet world, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.